Good afternoon. My name is Martin Kaye, student number 271135, course Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science, Unit Academic Literacies. Today I'm here to give you a plan for an outline of my final essay. First of all, to the question. Employees assume that their graduate employees will have attained certain attributes that will contribute to citizenship within the workplace. Charles Darwin University graduate attributes identify social responsibility, communication and teamwork as the skills that make up workplace citizenship. Discuss whether social responsibility, communication and teamwork are important skills in your current or future workplace. You should discuss why they are important or not as part of your evidence. Give examples of how they are used. First of all, to my own personal orientation. I'm a Royal Australian Navy member, a physical training instructor. My daily tasks include PT, firefighting, fitness testing of the ship's company, sport organisation, and the overall management of health and well-being of all the people that are on my ship. Aspects of my own social responsibility. When possible, I play for Maroubra Saints in AFL and North Sydney District Cricket Club. Next of all, I'm going to move on to my essay plan. My essay plan is broken down into a number of stages. Stage 1, which will be my notes, research and pre-essay plan as I'm doing so right now. From there I'll go away and I'll create myself a draft. Once that draft is completed, I will use counter research to ensure that the stuff within my draft is relevant. From there I will make an intermediate draft. Upon making my intermediate draft, I will present the final draft, and last of all, a final copy with everything completed. My argument is broken down into 3 stages today. So first of all, the workplace citizenship. To ask what makes up my workplace citizenship, firstly you have to look at the job I do, the responsibilities it has. Often demanding, sometimes difficult, mostly in tough conditions. From refugee work to full-scale operations or exercises, being a member of the Royal Australian Navy requires you to have a citizenship to which the country you belong. That in turn declares that you have a loyalty to the country and service. So accordingly, the man or woman standing next to you will have that same loyalty to the job at hand. Second part of my argument, social responsibility. As you can expect, there are a number of social responsibilities being a member of the Australian Defence Force. But I wish to reiterate, we are a member of a defence force, not an attack force. While our first social responsibility is towards the country, we have a legal and moral obligation that will stay within the use of force continuum. Being a member of a defence force, we are by no means there in any situation to provoke violence or start new conflicts. This is most important when operating overseas, especially when there are language barriers or cultural differences involved. Therefore, as you can expect, leads on to the next subject, communication. Communication can be in many different forms and interpreted in many different ways. As supported in Judith Dwyer's text, Communication in Today's Workplace, quote, with verbal, non-verbal and graphic communication, unquote, with something that may be accepted in one culture, be unaccepted in another. Therefore, the level of understanding and consideration that needs to be given when interacting with people of all demographics and backgrounds. Regardless of your organisation or industry, communication is the #1 skill within any workplace. For my chosen career, it could be the difference between life or death. Nothing else has this precedence. While it may sound a little extreme, it's the most important skill we have in today's society, separating ourselves from the animal kingdom. Therefore, as a result, the most significant skill we are asked to analyse. Moving on now to the references. So the references I used, of the 3 suggested readings that were on offer for this subject, I found that communication in today's workplace was the most useful. The text was pertinent to today's workplace and conditions and my own personal experience. While I plan on using text from multiple sources and not just the text supplied by Judith Dwyer, subsequently I will use this opportunity to explore non-suggested text and introduce them into my supporting argument for my final paper. A process or a risk that I've yet to undertake as a first-year student. In conclusion, all these factors will influence my workplace in the future, whether it be my current employment in the Royal Australian Navy or another chosen field. The most important entity I will take out of this Study is the knowledge that can be applied to future workplace situations. It will be hard to envisage what future questions my research will develop from my paper, but I can see that it be a sign of my showing my inexperience in the academic field of research. I will consider this another building block upon my own experience towards my own workplace citizenship. I'd like to thank you for listening to my talk today.